I beat a world record on a game that turns 20 years old this December.
Oh yes! Yes!
And held it for roughly 12 hours before it was reclaimed by the racer that had it originally. Fair play to you, WestRoadz. I appreciate the little bit of back and forth fun, but that isn't the end of the video. This battle took place on a notorious license test, the legendary International IA-15 on Gran Turismo 4. This test constitutes a full lap test around the Nürburgring Nordschleife, but what makes this more challenging than other full lap license tests is that the entire duration you are stuck behind a slow AI driven pace car for the entire duration, and this enforces hard limits on how fast you can go, how aggressive you can be, and your braking zones as well. Because let's be real, the AI is much slower than the player, even when they're sat in a faster, better car. An interesting fact about this as well is that this full lap around the Nordschleife configuration of the Nürburgring would have very likely been the first time anybody ever saw a full lap around this track, at least in a video game sense. Many people had seen the notorious Transit Van Top Gear episode by now. But referring back to the earlier issues, not only do you have the issue of if you get past the AI you fail, or if you make contact with the AI you fail, you're also driving a relatively feisty and stiff handling Mercedes. And the AI driver in the Skyline ahead of you will try absolutely anything to get you to knock into the back of him. Did somebody say brake check? But let's talk a little bit about the license test. So of course we have the Nissan Skyline in front of us, so we cannot go through him. Taking the apex through corners sometimes will net you smashing into the back of him. So we have to figure out a strategy in order to get around a corner quickly whilst avoiding the Skyline, whilst also not passing him. Yeah, this is a bit convoluted, isn't it? We need to try and get on the accelerator as early as possible without passing the pace car. And yeah, the pace car does have a roughly 15 to 20% boost in terms of pace, which seems to get bigger the closer you are, but there will still be times where you will just sail straight past him. So it is constant trial and error and figuring out where the AI is going to be quick, and even then, the AI isn't consistent. There is an element of RNG to this. The AI will sometimes mess up on a lap where he's never messed up before. It's just how it goes. But generally speaking, sticking straight to him on the straights will net you the best results. Employ a little bit of slipstream and drafting, bump drafting, although bump drafting in Gran Turismo 4 isn't actually that good. If anybody is familiar with driving missions where you have to employ slipstream, there's a Nissan Skyline slipstream test where you'd expect to bump draft your way to victory. It doesn't work. Not only that, when you are bump drafting the pace car Skyline, you have to be cautious of an invisible hook-like feature that the car has on the middle rear. Contact the pace car at the wrong angle and you will just be stuck to the car for a moment, and a lot of the time this can just send you out of control and lose control of the car in the process. It's fairly hard to replicate and generally speaking happens at the worst of times, of course causing a restart. The gold time for this license test is just a tad over 9 minutes long, and we're aiming to shave off at least 30 seconds from the test. Yeah, the gold time is fairly lenient on this test once you get used to the Nürburgring, and in all fairness it does make a lot of sense considering what we discussed earlier. Back in 2004 it was the first time for many to experience the full length of the Nordschleife. Back then of course I didn't know it like the palm of my hand the way I do now, so essentially Polyphony and Kazunori were both easing everybody into the Green Hell experience. Everybody knows this track fairly well by now. But that's finally everything I have to say for now. Let's go back to the live commentary from October, or their lack of, so you guys can enjoy the lap. This is the lap that got me a world record, albeit briefly. Enjoy. Sub 4 minute time? Yeah, cool. That's the best I've done that. It's time for the sweaty palms to kick in again. Damn. Okay. Kept it alive. Bringing out all sorts of weird and wonderful songs today. Is this the original? Oh, that's quick. Nah, this isn't the original, is it? Still sounds interesting. Oh, I'm scared. Go. Step on it, mate. Step on it. Step on it. Go.
Oh, yes! 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 Fucking did it! Get it! Oh my fucking god!
As I previously mentioned, this record was unfortunately short-lived. Roughly 12 hours later, from the 8th of October to the 9th, it was already beaten. So here's my attempt from the following day to reclaim the world record. Quick spoilers for you all, it was a sub 8:30, but it just wasn't enough. Enjoy. It's going to be a long time before I hit an 8:27, let's put it that way. Needs to be a superhuman lab. Hey, Caney. Holy. Can I try the bump draft now? No. Wow. I said there was no improvement to be had. I was wrong. Found a quarter of a second in the first sector. That's insane. There was nothing there for ages. Wow. Funding half a second around here is insane, if I do say so myself. I've spent so much time on this first half of the lap that I didn't really think there was much left. And we lost a lot of it there. .200 milliseconds in one corner. Step on it, brother. Don't want to talk about it. Okay. Damn. Go, boy, go. Go, man. Not this time. Lost a bit of time there, I think. Tiny bit. Yum. Damn. Okay. 1.3 seconds left to go. Wow. 1.5. Oh. But there's the sub 830. Wait, did we have that before? Don't think we did we? Nice. And unfortunately, that is where the world record hunt ends for now. While some of you will know I'm quite the competitive individual, I just sadly don't have the time or the drive at the minute to continue hunting for this. There is a good chance in the future I'll revisit this and give it another shot, but until then, it just is what it is. Just a quick update for anybody that hasn't seen my channel community posts. I've been studying for mortgage exams, and that is taking up a good portion of my time. I also don't do content creation full time anymore, so this is pretty much a hobby as and when I have time to create videos for you all, and I don't want it to be low quality content either, so that makes things a little bit more difficult, and it is part of the reason why it takes so long for me to even make videos in the first place. I'm trying to find a middle ground between quality and quantity, but that is one of the biggest battles on YouTube and probably always will be. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching, I do appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, leave a dislike if you didn't. Feedback is always welcome in the comments as long as you're respectful and as long as you say everything I want to hear, of course. All jokes aside, have a good one and I'll see you in the next one. Let's get the outro running. And now I'd like to give an extra special thank you to all of my YouTube members. I really do appreciate you all and your continued support, even with how infrequently I'm posting videos these days. And of course we have the Because at the Supra/God mode tier. Thank you very much, I do appreciate that. If anybody else wants to become a YouTube channel member, you can do so by going to the link in the description down below or clicking on the channel itself. There will be a membership page that you can find. It does greatly help support the channel and me to continue creating content on the side. Well, on that note, have a great one and I'll see you in the next one.